Today I'm sharing the story of a woman who spent years treating her symptoms one by one. Tendonitis, sciatica, chronic pain. Every manifestation had its own response, until the level of medication became so significant that it eventually led to drug-induced hepatitis. And despite all of that, there was still no lasting improvement. The problem was not the diagnosis, the problem was an approach focused on the body's manifestations, without any global understanding of what was producing them underneath. In this video, you will see what changes when you move beyond that logic and begin working with the body's overall functioning as a whole. This is Christine's story.
Thank you all for being here. And so why did I want to testify? Because it was to share my own personal example, but also to provide some encouragement to everyone, because it is incredibly hard and often you can just give up. So you still have to have a very strong and determined will. So for me, they discovered that I had fibromyalgia in 2013.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But I actually think I might have had it before. But we didn't know much about it. Doctors were treating me then for different problems: tendonitis, epicondylitis, sciatica, basically everything ending in itis most of the time. So I had to take a massive variety of different medications. Well, I was prescribed a huge dose of meds. Just before the year 2013, I even ended up with drug-induced hepatitis because, well, I was a small business owner at the time. And since I absolutely had to keep things going, I was always seeing my doctor and the osteopath just so I could hold on and keep working. So there it is. Until the day I was still a business owner then, and I even had a second company. When back in 2013, my doctor looked at me and told me, "You really have to sell everything because this situation is dramatic. I don't know what else to do for you. I can't find any more solutions." So I sold. We did lots of tests, because I was afraid of having Lou Gehrig's disease, because my grandmother died of Lou Gehrig's disease. I was very scared. And in the end, no. And he told me it's fibromyalgia. Then he told me, "You should go see your rheumatologist." I went to see the rheumatologist, telling him so that we did the tests. I have fibromyalgia. And he told me then, "I'm going to send you to the Cochin Hospital in Paris." And I entered into a protocol which wasn't unpleasant. Looking around, I saw people worse off than me, and I told myself firmly, "Now, Christine, you're going to have to get out of this," because I really didn't want to be like that. I said to myself, "No." Those people made me feel so sorry for them that it broke my heart. I said to myself, "No, no, no." Because for some people, it's even much harder than for me, and it made me sad. So I said to myself, so I followed the protocol. Not homework, but workshops to complete with it. And of course, also we had group meetings. We talked about our problems to motivate each other, to see how we were from week to week, each of us. And we had appointments with the rheumatologist who gave us medication. So I was on Laroxil Tramadol. Anyway, until I understood that with medication, I would never get better. Something clicked and I said to myself, now I have to get out of this, but not like this. It's not going to work. So after a year, I stopped the protocol because I felt like I wasn't seeing any improvement. I realized I needed to work on myself. And I told myself, I'm stopping everything, all the medication. I stopped it all.
Okay.
I sold my own business and I thought to myself, now I'm going to start looking into alternative medicine. So I tried every option out there. I tried getting regular massages. I even went to see a reflexologist and a magnetizer. I definitely started to feel quite a bit better though. But better for me was extraordinary. But still, I wasn't sleeping much. I had hot flashes. I had flare-ups. But I told myself there was still some progress. And Eureka, I finally found you. It was through one of my very good friends who knows Florence personally and who is currently living in that area. And I thought, well, then I'm going for it all in. I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And so, well, the fibromyalgia completely disappeared. And because it was finally gone, I even felt guilty. So I found myself
Really?
Yeah. What I was telling my husband last night, we were talking about it. I said I had no more pain, so I told myself I shouldn't feel this way because it's ridiculous. On the contrary, it's a joy.
Well, yes. Yes, it's still a victory, you know.
Exactly. To be honest, ever since I found you, my whole life has completely changed.
That's great. That's what it's for. That's what this program is for. And you, how long ago did you start?
With you, I started in 2023.
2023, so a year and a half in the program.
Exactly. Right? A year and a half, exactly.
Okay. And so your circle, your husband, did they see the difference? At what point? How did it?
Right. Well, my husband was panicked at first, especially when I was losing weight.
Yeah.
He told me, no, but it's not possible. What is this scam? He was more like that.
It's a classic reaction from men, usually, of the women who join the program, I mean.
Exactly. No, it's a scam. He's crazy. So I said, listen, wait, I'm going to ask him the question. When he saw that I had less pain, that I was getting up perfectly, but before I'd get up, I looked like a 90-year-old woman in pain. I was always tired because I wasn't sleeping. I only managed to sleep in very short fits and starts.
Yeah.
I had hot flashes that I don't have anymore. I don't have hot flashes anymore, and I'm sleeping again just like I used to when I was young.
That's good.
Because I'm a heavy sleeper by nature. And my husband now, I've converted him just with the diet because I have a husband who loves his food.
Yeah.
Well, he feels better. So he tells me, you were right, he's right. So he's convinced. He's convinced.
That's good. He's not mad at me any more than your husband, is he?
No, not at all, honestly. No, I really think it's a good protocol that you've put in place. But anyway, it is definitely true that you shouldn't get discouraged.
Yes, it takes at least one full year where we do things we observe closely. And you keep me posted too when there's a need to adapt throughout the process.
It's true that for me, I might have started from a better place compared to other people, but even if you start from far back, I'm sure you can get through it.
Yes, very well done, Christine.
So there you go. That's why I really wanted to share my story, because I believe that we can make it.
In any case, continue to maintain this momentum and carry this positive philosophy and mindset with you for the future. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's truly wonderful to hear. And please keep up this momentum, because now you've already done the hardest part, the very, very, very hardest part of the journey. So keep going to keep this house in good shape.
It was very challenging during the early stages, but yes, and then once you have learned the protocol, well, after that, it becomes much easier.
Thank you very much, Christine.
Thank you, Maxime, and thank you, everyone.